Hey.
We started early just for Gloria.
That's what I say to that.
Hey, she was number two like today, so we got to keep our fans in the show. Hey,
I was
Frogzilla.
I was number three. Hey, Froggy.
Hello,
Process.
Froggy. Hello, Greg. Henry, Process,
Hey,
Gloria.
Frog.
Hello, everyone.
I'll have
Uh,
$1 Saturday.
hey, Frog. Sunday is breast cancer awareness thing that's going on here. What time are we supposed to leave? Yeah. What time are we supposed to leave, Frog?
You said breast.
Anyway, today, this month, is Driver Appreciation Month. So we're showing our appreciation to Mr. Dark Soul down here. And my father, God rest his soul.
Look at that. Driver appreciation. You got to flip everybody off?
Yeah. I'm sure that's what he does going down the road, sticks his arm out the window.
That's true. That's true.
uh,
Uh, Hello, everyone. Yeah, it is considered Truck Driver Appreciation Month, but in reality, are we really appreciated? That's the question. Because there's a little backstory where I'm about to go with this. Okay.
It depends on who you ask.
what's happening, man?
True. Depends on who you ask.
Cowboys
True.
out there trucking.
Uh, as you can tell, as usual, I've seen me every Wednesday. I'm here at work, doing this show. So I'm in the process of loading up. So almost done, and I'm bringing that go-go juice to make sure y'all keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah, you
That
just don't
replaced
want
the
to take
horse
the
that.
world around. I'm
might as
sorry,
well just
Rob.
park that at my garage. I'll just fill up when I need.
Park it at your garage. I'm sure he's got a lot of people that ask him to park it at his at their
Oh,
garage.
yeah, I would put it this like, you don't realize until you get into certain fields. I go to these, been to how many times we've been to 1,000 gas stations. Hey, you filling up, and you're just pretty much minding your own business. But in essence, when I'm doing it, I gotta pay attention with my surroundings and stuff. I gotta
Right?
keep my head on the swivel, just like I'm on that motorcycle. And I have literally had people drive up with their windows down, smoking that cigarette and stuff, get out of the car with the cigarette still lit. And, and like, hey, can you put that out, please? And he's like a death sentence and everything. You know, really? Well, unless you want to go boom boom. I don't want to go boom boom, but just saying. But yeah, I had people come up and everything. Hey, I just promised that I have one look up, come up while to the field with his little moped and everything. He looks down the hole, can't pass the cones. I was like, hey, dude, hey, get out of my cone area, man. You're not supposed to be around this area. And he goes, whoa, that's deep. Yeah, it is deep. You know,
How would you like me to stuff you
No
in there?
shit.
I mean, between the stupidity and the corniness, I pretty much got it. Okay, if I'm picking guys and women coming up and say, hey, you got a couple change to spare, it's just like I don't carry money on me, not in
Hey,
this industry.
Process wants to know if you're losing weight.
Yes, I have.
There you go.
Not according to the scale, but according to the tape measures. Um, I am got back into working out a little bit, lifting some weights and everything. And as you know, muscle weighs more than fat. But pants have gotten looser. I had to cut a notch in my belt the other day, but according to scale, I'm still 305.
Did you see
So I've
what
always
Evil
fucked.
Rick said?
No,
Evil,
I'm not into. What do you say?
Evil Rick says he was pulling some flammable explosives, and somebody walked up with a smoke, but he never bothered him because he was smoking too.
Uh,
Oh hell no!
yeah. Yes, process. I don't know how to say it. I'm kind of getting a little bit more bulkier through here. You know, thinning out here. I lost maybe an inch on my waist now. But to me, I look in the mirror. I'm still big. Even this camera makes me look big. Okay, so I've always been that big guy in the room. Yep, I fell for it. I did a Trump. I fell for talking too much.
Well, that's nothing new. You always talk too much.
Oh, okay. All right.
What'd you do? Overflow the tank? You're only supposed to get 8,000 gallons.
Nah, depends on what tank he's talking about.
Okay, you got more to get, huh?
No, I got all 8,000 gallons on the trailer.
Yeah. So, have you always been a tanker driver or what?
Only thing I have not hauled is big heavy haul. That's the only thing I have not touched yet. Done
Heavy
flatbedding. Yeah, big, heavy loads, you know. Uh, the biggest I've hauled is a D10. And that's not considered big, but all these guys that do these really massive loads like the wind turbines, the stuff for the space shuttle, you know, that kind of stuff. Or they're hauling a platform to a plant or whatever. I've never done that. But flatbed, tanker, most of my life has been box, dry box. So hazmat, I've done about a total of 12 years of hazmat. So
Frog's asking who's going to Hog Rock. Are you still going in October?
Don't know yet.
Oh, okay. You don't know.
If money wise, I can't really do it. But part of me wants to get the fuck away from the house. Sorry. Don't get me wrong, guys and gals. I love my grandkids, but man, I'm 50, so I'm 51 here, and sometimes my nerves get to me really quick.
I understand totally. Trust me. Kids get on my last.
Right.
You're supposed to spoil them and hand them back. I don't have that opportunity, luxury of doing that.
No,
so
you
I have
don't.
I have to be the parent all over again, but I don't get me wrong. I have fun. I mean, we just got custody of my grandson, so now their brother and sister are there together underneath my roof. A prime example is enjoyment. I got off the bus. Cody's waiting on her out there with me, and they ran up together and gave each other a big hug. So that's what the big 10 minutes later, he's antagonizing her and giving her hell. It's like, stop it, you come on, be nice to each other.
Right. Lone Cowboy Adventures has a Class 7 placard on his rear trailer. Is that hazmat or what?
Class 7? He's heavy. He's all heavy.
Heavy hauler.
Yeah.
In North Dakota. Oh, brother's getting married, huh? Poor guy. Shocker wishes she could go to Hog Rock. Yeah, my dad. Go ahead.
June definitely going to Hog Rock.
June.
But yeah, speaking of your dad was a truck driver. How long was he a driver?
My dad drove for over 30 years. He was a driver when I was a little kid, and till the day he retired at 70 something. So.
Okay.
Yeah, he delivered containers, and that's what I remember mostly. Astro container. It was 55-gallon drums.
Yeah, yeah. That class 7, yeah, it's heavy and I do believe since I was thinking about it, I do believe that's also dealing with some very serious stuff like uh, ABOB material, radioactive, I think it is. But yeah, am I right about that? Or see, now I'm gonna have to get my dang hazmat book out because I just stuck to freaking hauling gas.
Right. Well, I would figure you would have to have a hazmat fucking on your license for that.
Yeah, I have the X endorsement. It's where it can haul gas and stuff. Then you got your explosives. Those different explosives and everything. So that falls underneath the hazmat too. So
Okay.
but yeah, so your dad was in the Great Depression days and everything then.
Well, but he was one of those guys that radioactive. What Lone Cowboy says. He was one of those guys that carried 3 log books, one for company, one for the state, and one for himself.
He's pounded down, loaded up and trucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had the good old heyday and stuff and everything. Even back then, growing up, what was your experience growing up in that and through that era? Because I know what mine was.
He was gone all the time. 4 or 5 days a week. So yeah, growing up, when I was a kid, it was bad because, like I said, he was gone all the time. But now I see he was out making money, doing the thing, supporting us.
Right.
I never saw it that way at 12 years old.
Yep.
But at 16, I could understand. Definitely at 21 when I had my kids. And of course, I got my work ethic, I think, from him. I get up every morning, go to work. I'm there every day, do my job. So, I think I get that from him because he was that way. Worked every day.
So looking back on it now, you appreciate for what he did. But at the time growing up,
oh yeah, growing up, I hated him. Yeah. Growing up, 12 years old, I hated the man, but like I said, at 16, I understood, and he started getting my respect. When he retired, we spent a lot of time together, so it kind of made up for it. Trucks had wooden spokes when Henry was a kid.
Hey, Henry, we saw a couple of those there at the I-80 Truck Stop Museum, man. So.
Yeah. Lone Cowboy saying it'd be nice if the general public would respect us on the interstate. That's for sure. I do try. I really do try to stay out of truckers' way. I know when they're come barreling down on me, I get the hell over and let them go.
I'd like, here's my deal, and especially when it comes to the on ramps. We got 80,000 pounds, different whatever the weight is and stuff. For us to slow down, so you could get on, where you could just punch it and freaking pick up speed 20 times faster than we can, and that's my biggest peeve. And I get on it, man. Put your foot into it if you're going to get ahead of me, or you slow it down and get behind me. Right.
I hate on ramps because even as a passenger, you're driving along at 65 miles an hour and this idiot wants to come on at 30. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Get moving or go behind me. Yeah, big thank you to all the truck drivers, Shocker. Ride and or drive faster, and then the trucks won't barrel down on you. Yeah, I hear you, Doc.
The other problem we have is amongst us is because They're trying to do it again. They're trying to push this. We're already governed. This truck's governed at 70 miles an hour. So you got two trucks that are governed at 70 miles an hour, but we're say for instance, I'm 1 mile faster than you. You know, we're trying to get to our loads and stuff, get down and stuff. So we might be end up going 2 or 3 miles trying to pass each other. If these speed limiters wasn't on there, we wouldn't have that issue. We can get around each other, you know, a lot better than what we do. Now, with all this stuff they put on for the EPA and everything, these trucks are pretty much castrated now. I climb a hill with 80,000 pounds. I'm doing just like it was back in the day where the truck was only, you know, they only do 15 miles an hour when it goes to climb this. And, you know, where before we did all this EPA bull crap, a freaking Freightliner with the DD14 with the 10-speed Easton 10-speed transmission were able to climb up, you know, like Donner Pass, you know, at least doing 40, 45 miles an hour. Now you're doing 20, 22 miles an hour. So that's a safety hazard there. When you got a car that comes barreling around doing 70 miles an hour, you're doing 20, and they come around the curve, got a rear end collision. So it is the old battle between through the ages.
Doc Harley seems to want to know, especially in PA, why do truckers hog both lanes of a 2-lane highway?
Well, that's what I just said. They're just a tad faster than the other. They're trying to get around them. That's the reason why. You know, that's what I'm trying to get at, Doc. That these trucks are castrated, just like when you buy your Harley, brand new Harley and everything. You want to do them more than 115, but you know, and you wanted to go faster. You made your bike do 150, 160 miles an hour now. You know, so it's the same old concept. You know, I give you a prime example. Doc, you remember this. They end up putting speed limiters on cars. No car's going to go 55 miles an hour. How long did that last? And that was back when I was growing up. That was in the 80s, I think it was. No car couldn't go over 55 miles an hour. And there was a big major lawsuit about that and stuff, and government dropped it. You know, there was speed limiters on cars. Well, that's the same concept they do on these trucks. You know?
I don't remember governors on cars. I remember they had this little 55 that was, you know, would light up and shit. Not light up, but, you know, it was a different color.
My mom's Ford Mercury had that dang thing. It wouldn't go over 55 miles an hour.
No shit.
Hey, Ghost.
Yeah.
Savin Ghost.
Hi, Ghost. So,
no.
But what I'm getting as far as driver appreciation goes and stuff is, when COVID came around and everything, my friends, I got a lot of friends that are truck drivers and stuff, and they all like, oh man, I'm getting this, I said, don't let it last long, because it's just going to go right back the way it was. And that's what I was talking before we came on. Here it is. You see the billboards back up and everything, you know, wanting to sue truck drivers. And I watched a lady talk today on Facebook. I was talking about her husband. And she flat out asked him, if you got in an accident, who's at fault? You know who's at fault? It's always us truck drivers, even though it's not our fault. And it's been proven that roughly 87% of the accidents is caused by four-wheelers. Okay? Either cutting us off, look at how many you see there doing the brake check. So tap me in the rear. That way I can get, you know, a lawsuit. So I'm getting that. So,
well, yeah.
Do I feel pretty?
Immediately they say it's the trucker's fault, but there's obvious situations. Like a buddy of mine, he didn't see that a truck was turning right in front of him, but he was using both lanes to do it. So he got up next to him to make his turn right. Well, that truck just went on into him and tore his pickup. And when the cop got there and figured out
Right.
what, that he was turning right, but the truck had, was turning right first and had his turn signal on and all that crap. He was, my buddy was given the ticket. Failure to yield. For
Yeah,
the
that happened to me in New York, upstate New York, in a small little town, and following the trucking route. And this guy had a BMW. He was a lawyer, and luckily I had 3 other vehicles around the area saw it all, and because the lawyer was trying to say it was my fault and stuff, and not this situation. I was on the same scenario. He ended up getting a ticket, and his car got damaged big time.
Hey,
So,
do you have a dash cam in your truck? Ghost Eagles, that's why more and more truckers have dash cams in their truck. So they got proof.
sitting right there.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't record sound, does it?
Yeah, it hears everything I do. And now they got this AI thing. Got that AI lady. If I go over the speed limit so many miles and everything, you start chirping at me saying speedy, speedy, speedy. Yeah.
As a matter
Hey,
of fact, Lolly says her dad was hit by a sleeping truck driver. You sure it wasn't my dad that was sleeping? Because he did have an accident sleeping at the wheel one time. Yeah, he hit an overpass embankment and flipped his truck over. He also had a heart attack at the same time, and that's when he really quit driving. Was after that.
no. The industries, when they changed the hours of service, when they went to change the hours of service to what it is today, the ones that are over road, me, I'm not so much because I do my loads and get them done, and they do it within a timely manner. You know, um, but the over road truck drivers, you got to look at. You've been sitting at the dock for 6-7 hours, okay, waiting to get loaded. You maybe take an hour nap and stuff, but you got to stay up because they can call you and say, hey, go to this dock or whatever. So you've been up already that time, and now your clock hadn't really started. But as soon as you get loaded, you got roughly, say that load's 562 miles away, and it has to be there within 24 hours. You're already been up 7.5, 8 hours already, and you're freaking got to push yourself to get that load all the way. And you get a 30-minute break in an 8-hour period now, and you're able to drive 11 hours out of a 14-hour workday. But in all reality and everything, back when the rule was doing the 10 and 8, I can be at that shipper for like I just said, and if I got tired, drove 2 or 3 hours, then I got tired, I was able to pull over, sleep take a nap for 2 to 3 hours I wanted to. And my clock didn't have that 14-hour rule in play. It was there, but it was never really enforced. And you was able to get a little bit more rest and everything. Now you got 14 hours, you got to freaking push yourself to get these loads where they got to be at now.
Well, that's why Dad had 3 logbooks, because he would drive 16, 18 hours a day instead of, whatever it was back then, 12, I think, 12 on, 11 off, some shit.
Right.
It was 10 and 8. It was 10 and 8 back in the day.
10 and 8. You had to get 8 hours of sleep for every 12 hours of driving or something, or 8 hours rest time. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Now, Warren, you could think Warren, they're the ones that first introduced the digital logbooks. And that's what we have in today. These computers up here that, keeps track of what's what, I'll give you, I'll show you. So, yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, Lone Cowboy says they're racing the clock. Who's racing the clock? The truckers or?
Yeah, us truckers are racing the clock.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
The clock, the clock is it basically has became our enemy.
I remember that truck. I remember that truck practice in the late 70s.
So, like for instance, tonight I have 2 loads. I did my first one, which was load out of Altoona, go to Phillipsburg, and then turn around and come back down to load up where I was just now. And I got to go all the way down to Kaiser, West Virginia, which is going to take me 2.5 hours to get down there. That is if nothing goes wrong. Nothing. No accidents or anything. Stuff that causes delay. But so I'm looking at 2.5 there, 2.5 back, and roughly 30 minutes unloading time. We're allowed 45 minutes to unload.
Hey, Dark.
So,
Hey, Dark.
yes.
Evil Rick says he carried a box full of log books. When he ran out of time on one, he just tossed it in the trash and started a new one.
I've done it, man. I've literally done it. When I was a trainer for MS Carriers, I loaded up at Governor, New York. Y'all can look this up. Governor, New York, at a paper mill plant up there, and brought it to Los Angeles, California. Y'all can pull up the miles and everything. I loaded it Wednesday. I was in Los Angeles by Friday by 7:00.
Well,
So,
do you ever carry diesel? Because Lone Cowboy says he's running low. He needs a little.
yeah, I haul diesel, kerosene, gasoline. So
That's why they ran 30 minutes of free pizza. Yeah, too many accidents because of the free pizza delivery thing. Yeah, exactly. Domino's was paying through the ass. The
yeah.
dispatch is more clueless on the actual distance, plus road constructions, accidents, detours. They'll push the trucker hard. Yeah, you're right, Ghost. Yeah. Dispatch, they're clueless. My brother, he was a trucker and ran dispatch for Spectrum Red Ball, and he would come home pulling his hair out with all the trucks he had to fucking figure out. That was in the 80s.
80s rock, man.
Yeah, 80s, we had fun. Yeah,
Parachute pants and oh mercy.
hey, Lone Cowboy can contest to this, since he's a truck driver himself and stuff. Back in the day, truck driving used to be fun.
Yeah, that's what
was.
Ghost says. Yeah, Ghost just said that.
It used to be fun. Now it's too much like a damn job, a job.
Well, it is a job.
As a matter of fact, Tigers, somebody was on 75 this past Sunday. Yeah, I seen that, bro. They were on 75 shooting at people. There was 5 people shot at Sunday. And the fucked up thing about it is, me and the old lady just went through there like 2 hours prior to that on the bikes. Yeah, real truckers don't wear flip flops. You get that right.
We wear boots. Boots.
Tank of hydraulic fluid gets shot from a bridge in Missouri. Had a tank of hydraulic fluid get shot. Okay. Or hydrochloric. Okay.
Hydrochloric acid.
I guess, yeah. Eastbound and down, loaded up truck, and not anymore.
You should have done Smokey and the Bandit for our intro, man.
Hey, y'all didn't give me time, man. We didn't do a show briefing this week.
Well, I didn't know we were going to do this one for sure.
Hey, that's what I said. Dark said to me yesterday, late last night, as a matter of fact, are we doing a show this week? I was like, oh, oops.
Well, there's a few people that thought that we weren't going to do a show this week.
Oh, yeah? Who thought? Everybody who's not in here?
Well, Shocker did for one. Gloria always thinks we don't do a show every week. She's always asking, A lot of people ask us every Wednesday, is there a show? Well, we
Uh,
didn't say there
I
wasn't.
have not caught him yet riding on threes. He's still on the loose. You missed the gals driving by showing chest hair. We always do what they say can't be done.
I'm gonna tell you,
Thanks, Tiger.
I don't know. I don't know if I can still do it or not, like I did back in the day. I guess the young side of me, man. I mean, I still push myself, during the day-to-day activities, I guess. So, but then again, I'm gonna give you this much: it is kind of nice not to be over the road anymore, because over the road, that is a marriage. Put it that way. People don't realize a lot of divorces happen because women that marry a truck driver think they can handle it. In all reality, we're gone 2 to 3 weeks at a time just to make that paycheck and come home for 3 or 4 days. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Hey, Grizz remembers back in the 70s, independent truckers were paying 3 cents a gallon on diesel. That's awful cheap.
oh, look at the movie Cannonball Run. What's that Cannonball? Not Cannonball Run. Oh, dang it, Convoy. They showed the price of that diesel when he stopped there to get the food and everything. It was 5 cents a gallon. So that's something else about the wages. I mean, back in the day, you used to make for every dollar you made, you spent out 25 cents. So for your living, you had a profit at the end of the day. Not now. Everybody's struggling really today.
Gas has been going down here lately by the house, and I'm like, man, it still ain't down to where I can afford it. Drop a few more cents.
Gas here is $3 a gallon.
It's
an election. That's why.
Hey, Riding on Three says truck driving is about as close to the military being deployed as a civilian can get, really, without being in jail. Okay.
Yep.
Because you're under such strict guidelines. Yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah, you ever need DOT's thumb, federal government's thumb? That's why I said, we sat down that time at the table. I said, driving over the road truck and stuff, there's a lot of things that I couldn't be able to go do because I'm in that cab, trying to get to point A to point B. That's the beauty of, the motorcycle. You got to be able to go on some of these back roads that you can't go on a rig. You like Tail of the Dragon. What we did in West Virginia, some of the roads through there and stuff. You get to see some sceneries that you're not able to see from majority of the road truck drivers going from city to city is mostly interstates. So
guidelines and being away from the house. Okay, yeah, I get that, Dad. That's what I was saying about my dad. He was gone all the time when I was a kid. The lot lizard story. I don't have any lot lizard stories.
I got
lot lizard story. I got a couple of them. They're at the Barstow, California. Is it Barstow, California? I think it is. There's a TA there, and literally sitting there in my truck, just eating my sandwich and stuff that I got from inside. Literally watched this girl get out of one truck. She had a guy that kind of following her around. I guess he was the guess the bouncer was saying and everything, but she literally went over to a puddle and freaking squat down and washed herself with that puddle, and then climbed that right back into another truck.
Yeah,
And that's disgusting. You know.
that's the way they do.
Yeah. So
Lone Cowboy says, just a little note of advice: if you're riding a motorcycle and you come across a large truck, don't waste any time getting around. I agree with that wholeheartedly, 100%.
yeah.
In 2017, when I had my accident, it felt like I got sucked into the truck, and I went into a wobble, and that's when I went down. Lot lizards are nasty. Yes, they are. But think of the trucker that gets the lot lizard. Who's nastier, him or her? I'm just saying.
The thing that ticked me off was getting knocked on at freaking 3 in the morning after you knocking on your door. Do you want some company? No, get the fuck away from my truck. Oh, come on. I'll keep you warm. I said, I got blankets to keep me warm. Oh, man. A lot of the drivers today, they don't see too many of them now. The ones ever since the sex trafficking, what we got to look out for, is in play now. Keep your eyes out. You see something, that kind of thing going on. A lot of drivers have come to realize it's not worth it now.
Well, have you seen a lot of people getting out of truck?
Yeah, I got friends that stopped truck driving. I had one who had 4 trucks. He was an owner operator. He had them all with Landstar. He sold them all. Because that was just last year. One guy that he had on with his truck, he bought the truck off of him, and talked to him yesterday, and he's struggling big time just to make ends meet and stuff.
Ghost said he sent a lot lizard to an Indian guy who stank guy ever. She puked when she opened the door. Lot lizards will leave you with a gift that keeps on giving. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You'll need some penicillin for that.
There's something penicillin won't kill, brother.
Yeah. Oh, shit. But in all reality, man, trucking is a good trade. If you want to put it in that category, good trade. It has put food on the table and stuff, and kept me afloat through the ups and downs. Back in the day, we used to bitch about the Mexicans coming over taking the jobs, but now we got everyone coming in. There's a lot of people just they don't realize what's all entailed with it stuff until they actually get out there.
Yeah. Cherry Street, California. Every trucker either knows it or has heard of it. In Hollywood.
Yep.
That's in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry Street, nearly every city, really. Yeah, that's true. There's a Cherry Street in every city.
Your big cities are really bad now. New York, downtown New York, stuff. Chicago, Illinois, Dallas, and Dallas and Fort Worth. Dallas is actually worse than Fort Worth. So Houston has become. It used to be a good place, but not now. So
Houston. I've never been to Texas. No.
Yeah, you can cross over there on I-10. You got 862 miles to get to the other side of Texas. And everybody thinks Texas is the largest state. There you go. What state? What's
California's
the largest state?
Alaska.
Nope. Yay, Shadow got it.
Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska. Yeah, you can put Texas inside Alaska. It don't look like it on the map, but you can.
With most of it ice, so technically that don't count. Lots of places where drivers park trailers door to door. Huh. Yeah, Tiger said Alaska.
Then I think it's Montana after that.
Ghost says Texas is second.
Well,
Yeah,
after
Texas is second.
You know me in geography, I'm not the best.
Oh, shoot. There's something right there.
Hey,
That's
Alaska.
dying off. Nobody can really read a map anymore.
Oh God, I haven't seen one for years that I had to read.
Well, that's we were talking either on one of the other lives or a couple weeks ago on this live. I don't know. I can't remember now. Things run together with me.
Well,
But,
except
yeah,
for
we were talking
Sturgis, that little one. Dark and I read that.
Yeah, we were talking about those atlases. Remember, Evil Rick was talking about them. Was that on this show, Evil Rick?
Yeah, I was talking about that. Atlas came out with their anniversary one.
Yeah,
and it's got a little bit of history to it and stuff. Matter of fact, I'm going right by Love's truck stop. I'm gonna fall in there and see if they still got it. They got it. I'm buying it.
Yeah, Evil Rick said he uses motor carrier batteries.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing, Doc Harley. Back when we went to school, they taught us how to read maps. They don't teach them nowadays.
Oh,
Hey, Henry, you're not supposed to fold the maps. You're supposed to roll the maps.
I was in Wally World last night, and an older guy asked the cashier if they sell map books anymore, and she was puzzled with what he was talking about.
Wow.
Prime example right there.
Right. Sorry, I'm showing you my bald spot. Exactly. Prime example.
Hey, just like this. You show a kid this, and they're like, "What's this? What is that?" You know?
That's a CB mic.
I've got the little travel atlas myself. It's about this big. It goes in the bike. Not that big.
That was old school communication before cell phones came around.
Read up to a 10-digit grid. Okay. I always stop at the rest areas and get maps. I'm a big, I don't know, I always have done that. It drives my old lady crazy because I never read them. I just get them.
Heck, the coupon books. I would stop at the rest area and get a coupon book for the hotels.
That's cool.
They don't hardly do that anymore.
No.
Yeah, you remember a driver's handbook of interesting places to visit. That was back in the 50s and 60s, wasn't it? I remember something about a handbook that had places to go like that.
Oh, I know this. I was able to attend every Six Flags in the United States. I've been to every single one of them. I'm a roller coaster junkie.
Riding on Three's got a question. He says he wonders if the Popos still have them in their cars, or if they moved away from the CBs. See, did I miss something?
No, they were. There was a big lawsuit, the truckers against the police and everything, because the police were using them to make traps. I think Smokey the Band was a prime example of that. In fact, also Convoy. It was Convoy. He was set up there, have a CB up there, and and say, hey, Smokey around. They would be hammered down, and next thing you know, getting pulled over. So they were eliminating. And they were supposed to only use them for emergencies only, so they were supposed to stay on Channel 9. But because of what they were doing, they were no longer allowed to have them in their vehicles and stuff. Now, you might end up having something.
You can still go to AAA and get trip tickets. Yeah. And actually, Google Maps gives you places to visit too. Maps are a huge part of search and rescue. Knowing how to understand the contour of maps or on how to terrain, because if you look at a map, you think, well, it's flat. But if you don't know how to read it, you're thinking the 10 miles you got to travel is flat. But no, it goes uphill, downhill, and around the corner.
No, right now I just look at the map on my phone and just follow that.
That's what we're trying to get with this hand.
Everybody nowadays uses the phone on their fucking handlebars or something. Like they're talking here, Hellfire Steve and Henry. They would masking tape the maps to their gas tanks.
I remember
Plastic
that.
sleeve on Henry. Cedar Point was your go for roller coasters.
Oh, hell yeah.
Coasters, but Kings Island here in Cincinnati, they've always got the best ones. And the cops still have them, Dark.
Yeah, they still got CB.
FTP. Yeah, I got all my dad's CBs. I got probably 7 or 8 of them anyway. Cobras and Linear. I guess that's the only 2. There's like 7 of them, but they were all Linear and Cobra.
No, I got a ham radio sitting in my garage that I want to put on my bike, but I don't have room for it.
Well, it's funny we're talking about maps and stuff because we went on a ride Sunday. It was 306 miles, and a different guy led this time than the guy who usually leads. And so anyway, make a long story short, the one guy used his phone, and we got to a certain checkpoint and stopped for gas. And the guy who usually leads says, well, I usually ride the day before, so I know the route. I'm fucking with him, because he was redoing his phone, trying to get us home. It was funny. 2 CBs, both of them tweaked from 3 to 30 watts. Hell yeah.
Right.
10-4, good boy. Where are you going? 10-4 means over and out. Where you going, Henry? It's only been 49 minutes. We still got 8 minutes left, bro.
We started early.
Oh, that's right. We did start early for Gloria, didn't we? Yeah, my dad always had his gain up too high, too. The police actually came to the house because he had a bass unit. When you fucking keyed it, 3 or 4 houses around in the neighborhood, fucking their TVs would fuck up. So they triangulated it to the house and made him take it out. FCC got him on that one.
All right.
What's your 20, Dark Soul?
Now, some of you won't even know this. How many of you remember the 23 channel CBs?
I remember that. Yeah.
And I am
I'm on I-99 southbound, 1.06.
You're supposed to say eastbound and down, didn't you?
I'm going southbound right now. But yeah, the old 23 channels. That was by Cobra,
Yeah.
Bearcat, stuff.
Midland?
Midland. Yeah, I had my last good setup. I had
Go ahead.
a Connex with a Sweet 16 behind it. That baby I was able to catch skips, and I ended up talking to people over in Australia, England, and stuff. But that was a good setup. That Sweet 16 fill, man, it was a 8,000 watt amp.
All right.
Made my
I'm going to break in here. Guess what
breaker
today
breaker.
is? Guess what today is?
Yes, 9/11 to the fallen that's taken the.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Prayers for all that were lost in that, and thank you to all the veterans that went after the fucking squads who did it.
So where were you when this happened? I was in bed.
You were in bed?
Yep, I was working nights at the time, and my wife back then woke me up, and I saw the second plane hit.
I was 6 hours there on I-95, just out of New York City. Just left the Bronx. 6 hours. I just got out of there when it happened. I had a student on the truck at the time. He quit after that. He joined the Army, and he got killed over there.
Oh wow!
There was a lot at work. Tiger at work. I was off that day taking care of my ex who had surgery, and I just stepped out of she was in the shower. I stepped out of the room and looked at the TV as the second plane was hitting. I was like, no shit.
Yeah. I just crossed into Virginia, and the CD was all lit up and stuff. Pulled into the first truck stop and stuff, and went inside, and it was just like my student was like, we were just close by. I said, yeah, we were. I mean, yeah. I survived 3 tornadoes and 2 major snowstorms. The 2 major snowstorms, both of them, I had close calls with accidents. So,
Working, huh?
excuse me.
Yeah, Doc Harley. He saw and felt the F-16 pass overhead at full afterburn. His F-150 lifted up 2 wheels and slammed back down. Wow. They were low to the ground, weren't they? In comparison to what they normally fly.
Yeah.
A tweaked unit. You had a tweaked unit?
Yep, it was. It was over 30 watts. I know I was doing like 40 watts transmit, 20 or 30 receive, something like that. I was, in Chaska here in my hometown, and I was hitting Minneapolis at a +8.
Damn.
It was tweaked pretty good.
Oh, okay. You weren't on duty. You weren't on active duty when it happened until then. Okay, I got you.
Doc, thank you for your service, man.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else I know, sir, thank you.
It helps if you drink from the right container. My coffee mug didn't have anything in it because I still think it's going to leak.
Speaking of coffee mugs, I lost my coffee mug, man. I can't find it nowhere. I looked everywhere.
I should try to find out if this Harley coffee mug leaks.
Well, and that's the one you were going to give away. See, you were going to give away a damn coffee mug that leaked, man.
Well,
Shame on you.
I've got 2 53 day mugs yet that need a home.
Have you ever got the subscribers to get rid of it?
Shit, I have only got 194 subscribers. I ain't got much going on for that.
What's happening, Gunpowder? 120 channels and with sidebands, because normally they're only what
44,
40 channel and
40.
Yeah,
talking CVs and other shit amongst truckers being the number one this month. Damn, I sound a little congested. 8 months back to duty and off Afghanistan 2 years later. Thank you again for your service.
Shocker wants a mug.
Well,
Hey,
we don't
Shocker.
we
Here's
don't
a
have
love
the
shot.
same thing that everybody else has. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Shocker
Go ahead.
said she wanted the mugs. I said, here's a mug shot.
Right? She's laughing at you, man. Oh, so I
Buttons
have
on your
not
underwear.
heard from our guest, Chopper guest. I don't know what's going on, man. I guess I'm not as charismatic as I thought I was.
No, maybe we can bring Stubbs on as a guest.
Nah, I don't know about that. Keep your hands on the wheel, Doc Harley said.
What if I don't have hands? I got elbows. There's actually a guy that drives a truck with just his elbows.
Who was what, Doc? I'm lost there. Of course, I'm always lost. Henry, you're old enough to have fought in World War II, aren't you? I'm just kidding, man. That was the Stubbs in me coming out. Who was my chopper guest? Well, I've been talking to Hippie's Chopper Corner. I don't know if you guys have seen him or watch him, but he builds sketchy choppers. And trying to get him on to break down some of his builds and BS. You might check him out, Doc, because get some ideas for what you got going on.
Right.
How's your chopper coming along? Have you got it back from the painter yet? Because I'd be going up there with my 45, if you know what I mean.
Going up there with my 45 that cannot drive like 55.
Right?
You still got tickets for that chopper build, Doc?
I'm always lost to smoking bowl. Okay. If you insist, Chris. Okay. Soon,
Doc, that rally's coming up soon for that, right? For that, that whole ordeal. What? You're on a crunch time for that thing, are you?
What? What is that? French or?
Looks like it. Maybe German.
I mean, no, it's regular words. They're just not making any sense to me. When do you desktop? It gets right or gets night. Yeah, what? You're gonna have to help us out there. Not on sale yet. Blame Atomic Cycle Works. He hates veterans.
Aha.
I wouldn't say he hates veterans. He might be just that busy.
It don't take that long to make a seat.
No, it shouldn't take that long. See, I mean, fuck. You sit down on a towel, and that's your seat. Hey, Lolly says German, LOL. That must not be German.
My watch is telling me I got to get up and move.
Oh, really? Oh, well, yeah, it's been that hour, man. You know how Stubbs gets on us in about an hour.
Oh,
Stubbs can suck it.
Hey, if anybody has forgotten anything or, just leave a comment and we'll see what we can do. I'm thinking about going back and re-editing some of the old stuff and trying to put it back out. I mean, I don't know how you guys would feel about that. Because I think I could do something with one anyway. No, he does hate them. He knows what the chopper's for. 8 months for a single seat. Hey, are you doing a live tonight, Doc? From Stubbs Who, exactly. Stubbs Who. Live from the
OC?
OC rally you're at tonight, correct? Probably looking at someone else at this point.
Well,
yeah, that's true, dude.
We got 30 minutes.
We went through this earlier, Lolly. You guys. And Dark's going to try to go. What the hell?
Someone's buzzing.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't forget Doc Carly, 7 o'clock Central Time. Go check him out. He puts on a really good show and he puts up with us.
Hi, everybody. I got to hop over here. My old lady's trying to call in. Take care.
Man.
All right, brother. We'll see you later. We'll get together Monday.
Gotcha.
All right. Yeah, okay. You leave at 4 a.m. Are you riding or are you taking the motor home?
But yeah, everyone go check out Doc Carly. He does, he puts out video on great bike builds and stuff for your bike, shocks, whatever. And every Wednesday he does a live. Go check him out. See what's happening. Go say hi.
Thank you, Shocker. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah,
and everybody's telling us peace, so I guess we will go ahead and cut out, man. If that's all right with you.
I got pizza waiting for me downstairs. I can smell it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got to put the bike away because I have rode to work the last 3 days in a row. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Doc.
But yeah, I got to get the bike put away and then go get dinner probably. So.
Damn right.
Cool. Riding to the hotel. That's cool. I'd post a link, but Jamin don't trust me with a wrench. I don't know how to give you a wrench. Evil Rick.
No, it would have to be.
I think it has to be Stubbs because he's got the main control of it. Unless you can get on and do it for him, Rob.
Oh, I can get in. I'm right at Doc Carly's page. So let's do that.
Thanks for stopping in, Gunpowder.
And there's that. And there's his link right there.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you next week with something else.
All right, man. I'll see about getting